Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is last week's plan with me. I got it up a tiny bit late because I didn't do the voiceover on time. And guess what? There's a good possibility this will be the same way because it's already Sunday afternoon. You'll notice my background's a little bit different. I am sitting on the exact same table I was on, but I was having so many problems getting my ISO to stop freaking out. It would zoom in on the almost black tabletop and then it would blow the whole ISO out. So we're trying something new. I was originally going to just get a piece of plywood and some contact paper. Turns out plywood's expensive. It was like $9 for a tiny task square. So we are going to try it with a tile instead. So this is like a kitchen bathroom floor tile. Hopefully it doesn't scratch. I can already tell that it is going to reflect, but hopefully it's not so bad that it's obnoxious. So you guys will have to let me know. I'm hoping this will fix the ISO problem, and it's far cheaper than buying a piece of plywood and some contact paper. This was $8. The plywood is $10 to $15, and the contact paper was $5. So we're looking at $15 to $20 versus $8. I think that is a stellar start. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my headphones and listen to my book while I do my plan with me, so that way you guys get a voiceover. I think the voiceover worked pretty well. If you guys don't like it, please by all means let me know. And I will be reading this book. Listening to the Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, because it is really cute and I need to finish it because it's due back in 3 days. I did renew it, but I still want to try to get it back on time so people in line can still get it, because since I was almost done, since I'm halfway through it, they gave me a couple extra days. So we're going to try to finish this up, and I hope you enjoy this coming plan with me. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the voiceover portion of this plan with me. Hopefully my computer behaves itself, because it has not been as of late. So I'm trying to organize the stickers and show them to you guys at the same time. I was very much disorganized during this entire process, but hopefully you get the gist here. So this is an old Scribble Prints monthly subscription one. I am not sure from how long ago. I would have to do a little bit of research to figure it out. But most of the Scribble Prints that I have as of right now is from these subscriptions. I actually went and looked, and I've had her since like 2015 or something like that. I did go through a little hiatus when I moved from Guam to California, but for the most part, I've had them for 8 years. I also did go through a little hiatus when she switched to her own website and off of, why do I want to say Spotify? That's not right. Shopify. And she didn't automatically move them over. She had to cancel all of them and then have us do it, which annoyed me so bad. And it took me a hot minute to be able to get it fixed. Okay, I had to yawn, so I paused it for a second and then went back to listen and realized it's still pretty quiet. So I have it all turned up, and I'm hoping that me playing with the buttons on my mic will make it work better, because my mic is good, I'm just not. So, anyways, I did obviously get it fixed, and I have had Scribble Prints steadily for the last few years again. And the same with Glam Planner. I think I have more Glam Planner though. I think I brought her back first, and then I brought back Scribble Prints. I can't remember how I did it. I know that Glam Planners was super easy. All I had to do was reactivate my subscription, but it took me a minute to get Scribble Prints again. Now I have Scribble Prints, Glam Planner, Caress Press, Hubman and Chub Girl, Pipsticks, and then book stuff. I have too many subscriptions. I need to deal with that. My daughter has a little pumpkin Halloween Build-A-Bear who is either telling me off or rocking out, and I don't know which one it is. Is your bear telling me off or rocking out? Rocking out. Got it. Okay, go away. Anyways, so this weekend was a very productive weekend. We were doing a bunch of stuff. We went to the Bite of Seattle. Um, we tried to go to see Oppenheimer. We're gonna go watch Barbie soon. Oppenheimer, my son wants to watch it, and he wants to watch the 70 millimeter version. And that 70 millimeter version was broken when we went, so they gave us some vouchers, and we rescheduled for Friday. But it was overall a very good weekend, but I'm exhausted. It's Tuesday. This was supposed to be up yesterday, and it's not going to be up until tomorrow. And I severely apologize for it, but sometimes family has to come first, and sometimes that means that your videos are going to be a little late. So my normal Monday will be on Wednesday, and my normal Wednesday will be on Friday. Hopefully I can get my crap together, and next week will be on time instead of days late. So I don't know how many of you guys actually watch both my planning stuff and my book stuff. I've noticed that recently more planning people have been doing book content, and book people have been doing planning content. I feel like I was doing this first, but only a handful of you guys actually watch these. So does it count? I want to think it counts. I want to be like, yes, of course it counts. Yours was better. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that's not true. But I do feel like this is an improvement over what we've been dealing with lately. So as you see, I have my tile, which was an interesting little journey into trying to figure out what the best way to have a light background was without actually destroying the table that I'm using. I have not used a legit desk to film my Plan With Me's ever. Every single one you have ever seen is me sitting on the floor with a tiny little table. I'll have to show it to you guys sometime. But I am hoping that that will change pretty soon. We are going to be cleaning out our garage. And when we clean out our garage, we have a bunch of furniture to get rid of. And so we're going to set a bunch of it up, put it on like the Facebook Marketplace for free, and see if anyone wants it. We haven't had any problems getting rid of free stuff before, but hopefully this won't be an issue either. We have a couch and some bedroom furniture and an old TV stand that we want to get rid of. I just don't know how much of that stuff is viable to donate to donation centers, because a lot of donation centers don't take things. Wow, that's blurry. How did I not realize that was blurry earlier? Sorry. A lot of donation centers don't take furniture. They take clothing, they take books, they take like small household appliances, but they don't take major household appliances, and they do not take furniture. We have a fridge, a couch, and then like bedroom furniture to get rid of, and I'm not sure how to go about doing that just yet. Hopefully we won't have to like throw it away, because that hurts my heart. I want people to use stuff, and the bedroom furniture is really good quality. It's held up really well. It is psychotically old, and so it's been damn near an antique. I just don't have room for it. So hopefully that will get figured out this week. So this Plan With Me was a little funky. I was trying something different that didn't 100% work. And as you can see right now, I have done part of the week, and then now I'm working on the sidebar. I actually got the girl right up to the top this week, so she's not like coming over at all. There's actually this thinnest little sliver of white between the top of her head and the top of the page. But I've noticed that the J's, the dot for the J is making it so if I don't put it all the way to the top, you can actually see it poking out of the top of above the sticker, which I do not want it to do. I was also debating on if I should put in a full box underneath the habit trackers or not, and I ended up not doing it. I ended up just putting in the colored washi in because this is an old enough kit that we actually have the colored washi. So I needed just the one full section of the colored washi to fill the blanks in. I also was trying to debate on whether or not I should use the pink um, part above the pink washi piece that the butterflies are on, if I should use that or not, because the bottom washi was so pretty, but I wanted the butterflies. So in the end, I decided to go ahead and go with it, but I'm still not 100% sure if that was the right choice. I do realize that when I'm doing these, I stall a lot. I stop and I look through all of my stickers very slowly and very methodically while I'm doing the plan with me's, because my end result after my thumbnail was taken out, so I have a little section at the beginning where I'm doing my thumbnail, and then I cut that out, and then so why I actually started editing this morning. Whoops, only a little late. It was at like an hour and 8 minutes, and now it's 48 minutes. I literally took off 20 minutes of nothing, and I'm deleting stuff, and my husband's looking at me, and he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "Do you really want to watch a play with me? With me talking for an hour and nothing going on in the background except for my hand randomly sitting there out in the ether doing nothing?" And he's like, maybe." I'm like, "Yeah, you're so full of it. You like me, but you don't like me that much." Nobody likes me that much. So I definitely pulled a lot of little stuff out. So if you see some weird jumps in here, it's because I was literally had my hand just floating in the air for 5 minutes while I was looking for something else, looking through my stickers. I would eventually like to be in frame, but I would also like to get one of those little sticker kit sheet things where you can put your stickers on the sheet. That way everything's right there and ready for me. So all I have to do is just pull them off the sheet instead of go hunting for them. I know I could just use one of these sticker sheets. I am fully aware that if I just put my stickers on one of these sticker sheets, that it's good to go. I just don't have the frame of mind to remember to keep one. I just keep throwing them away. I don't know why. Maybe I should just sit down and do that, because I really do want to be more organized. And I watch Kristen and Andrea and Elle do their plan with me's, and they're so freaking organized. They spend a serious amount of time organizing before they start. Me, I spend a serious amount of time editing the pauses out. Do I spend more time editing the pauses out, or do they spend more time organizing their stickers before they start? That is the question. And if I was capable of laying down stickers and having a coherent conversation at the same time, I think it'd probably matter more, because I was editing out lots of like little breaks where I was looking for stuff, but I wasn't making coherent sense at the same time. So I think I'm actually making more coherent sense doing this, not by a lot, but just by a little. But hopefully it works. But I haven't had much of the ISO issues in here that I've been having lately, so I'm hoping the background's looking good too. I hope you guys like the background. I know a lot of people use the marble-ish background look. I wanted to use like distressed wood background look, but we didn't have the ability to do that one, because you'd have to put several of the tiles together. I was joking that I wanted to just steal the sample board from Lowe's, because they had exactly what I was looking for, but it was on the sample board. And we both figured that it probably wouldn't be a good idea to steal from the Lowe's, especially something as mundane as the sample board, because I want that for my background. So we just bought a giant tile instead. I'm sorry I spent so much time talking about it earlier, but you'll have to let me know how you like it. I think it looks pretty good, and editing this, I've noticed that I have not had any of the major ISO problems. It does get a little bit dark or a little bit light in spots, but it's not like it was. It was blowing out so bad. It was driving me nuts trying to edit the thing every time I had to edit it. But hopefully this one will work a little bit better. Just like last week, I am super tired. My stomach has been misbehaving like crazy today. I don't know why, but sometimes everything upsets my stomach. I can literally have times where I'm out delivering and I will drink too much water too fast. Like I'll have a nice big drink of my cold water and it will seriously upset my stomach. So I'm over here drinking lukewarm water and eating toast, trying to make my stomach behave itself today. So I was actually supposed to be out delivering right now, but instead of delivering, I am laying in bed doing my voiceover because my voice works, my stomach doesn't. And being in a car for 3 hours, in and out, in and out, in and out, does not sound like it's very conducive to an absolutely horrible belly. Okay, so it looks like we are to the point now where we have all the basics down, and I'm just showing you the full boxes that are left. We had 2 full boxes plus a couple of the fashion girls left. I think that's right. They may have been a third one, but I don't remember. I'm looking through my extras right now, and I don't see anything. So I'm assuming that means that I had 2 full boxes and then the fashion girls. So now I'm going to go through and put the bling on all of the glitter headers. They're little butterflies and they're so cute. I don't know how well you guys can see them. I know that a lot of people will do like the, here, pick up my planner and shift it in the light so you can see the sparkles. I've tried doing that. It doesn't seem to work very well. I think it's because of where my light is. We have a ring light that I'm using that's in front of the window. So if you can see the reflection on the table, which I don't think you can really see right now. Why does it keep going blurry? This camera hates me. You can't really see it. I mean, you can see it in a couple of spots when I was messing around, but you can't, for the most part, tell that there's a ring light right there. But I think it's because my light is in front of me and not above me. I've noticed that a lot of the girls use big box lights above their filming area. My husband found this video on TikTok where they took the cable hider thingamajiggies and put strings of lights in them. Don't mind the background noise. There's a car driving through and he is revving it up like he's trying to compensate for something. So apologize if you can hear that. Luckily the mic is good and I apparently don't know how to use the stupid thing because everything keeps coming out too quiet. So I'm not sure how much of the background noise you'll hear anyways. They took string lights and put it inside the cable hider things that you put on the wall, and they made this like frame that went over their filming area so they could be inside the filming area and have no shadows but still have really good lighting. And we're thinking about trying to do that once we move everything around, because once the couch is out of my room, I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. I'm going to put an extra desk in my room. And the extra desk is going to go right in front of my windows because I have 4 windows in my bedroom and 2 of them face right where the sun comes up. So first thing in the morning is the best natural light. And I figured that I can put all of my filming stuff over there. I can put all of my supplies over there, put some like shelves up, and just, have this nice little filming area. That way my desk can be for my computer instead of, having it here chilling on my lap. But I want to try it to see if that helps with things like this, the glitters, to be able to see the shiny when I'm showing you the shinies and you can actually see them. And I've also noticed that sometimes the words in that I put down for like the script stickers, you can't always see them because my light is just not in the right spot. I really hope my ADHD brain is coming through here and that I'm actually closing some of these tangents that I'm on, because I'll realize I'll start a tangent and I'm not really sure where I started to begin with, so I'm not sure if I'm making it back or not. You'll have to tell me, because as much as I love editing, this will be the third time that I've gone through it and I'm not editing it again. If I know for a fact that I said something wrong, I tripped over my words, or I start to randomly yawn, cough, or make any other weird noise, I will go back and fix it. But I'm not going to listen to the whole thing all over again because I'm just too lazy for that. So hopefully my rambles make sense. And I apologize in advance if they don't. Welcome to my brain. This is what happens when someone hands me a mic and tells me to talk, or I tell myself, I did it to myself. I'm telling myself to talk until I'm done laying down all of the little pieces here, and then we can talk about actual plans. That I can do. I have my planner sitting next to me. I can read off of my planner. These little decos, they're so pretty. I'm sorry. I love butterflies, and having shiny butterflies on my planner is just perfection. They're all really pretty, but I think the addition of the little butterflies was really cute. This was a weird week. This was I'm kind of busy week, but I'm not super busy week. And so there's a couple of spots where I'm like, I could definitely use more full boxes. But because I did this, I messed it up. So normally I'll go day by day. Every once in a while, I will put in my work schedule first and then build off of that, which is what I did here. But because I put my work schedule down, there was actually a day, Tuesday specifically, that I didn't have enough plans for the whole day. And instead of being able to put another full box down, I messed it up because I didn't want to have 3 full boxes in a row. I should have waited to put my work stuff down. So I could have put my work stuff in the center instead of the top. And yep, it just mess. It sounds like we have another car rolling through right now. It's kind of gone right at the moment, but it's been rolling through. This is the joys of living on a military base. Man, I don't know if you guys realize I live on a military base, but I live on a Navy base. And not only do we get the douchey dudes who think they are hot crap that are driving their cars as loud as humanly possible, but I also have lots of kids in my neighborhood. We have a random announcement system. So there's this like giant tower across the street from my house that looks like a tower that you would see for like a cell town tower, but it's not. It starts blaring at random times for the testing, to make sure that the system is working, for their exercises, for whenever there's something going on base. We get put into lockdown and we hear it through the system. And we get the testing every Wednesday morning at noon. And so there's actually a video where I forgot that it was coming, or I wasn't paying attention to the day or time, which is usually what happens because I don't know what day or time it is unless I'm posting something. And it went off in the middle of it. So that was nice. It was fun. The joys of living on a military base. Okay, so as you can see, I put down Monday and Tuesday just now. And then I'm going to put down Friday and Sunday. I worked 4 days this week. Amazon is very hit and miss. And I've realized since my husband's gotten home, it's been bad. This last couple weeks has been really bad because we were supposed to be getting Prime stuff. But apparently the Prime sale didn't go super well. And we ended up with all of our stuff getting canceled. We still got paid for the canceled shifts, but we still got a lot of shifts canceled. And because of all the shifts that were getting canceled, they are going really under right now. And normally we can wait for the shifts to peak and then we'll get like a decently priced shift. But they're not peaking right now because there's so few shifts available because they didn't do well on Prime Day that everyone has to take it at base rate or not at all. And
they've been going really fast. And of course, I had one tonight. I had a decent one tonight. It was not good by any means, but it was more than base. And I messed up. So, oh well, my stomach is always going to be in charge of my life as we have figured it out so far. All right, I'm writing down my workouts right here, and I was gonna put them down ahead of time, but I figured that's probably a bad idea. So instead of putting them down, I just wrote them out, and they stayed on the thing. And right now I'm writing down all of my dinners. Um, I don't always remember what I make, so I try to write it down every night because if I don't write it down every night, then I really will not remember. So like, so not this week that we're working on right now, but last week, you know, where I am now in the middle of July, I forgot to write down what we had for dinner for the end of the week. And so I have like 3 days in the middle there that I have no idea what we had. I'm writing these down for two things. For one, I like having it on my sidebar because then I can go back and look and see how many times we ate out, how many times we cooked a nice dinner, what we were favoring at the time, what was my current obsession. My current obsession for the last 2 months has been chicken bowls. So think of KFC chicken bowls with a twist. I don't buy them from KFC because I bought one from KFC and it wasn't even very good. It was tiny and it was like $8. Winco has very similar ones but with the wrong gravy, but they're huge and they're only $4. Or I can make them myself at home. And if I'm super lazy and buy instant potatoes, not instant like where it comes in the flakes because I'm not a heathen. Actually, I take that back. I totally am a heathen. I have eaten those plenty in my life, but I don't really like them very much. I like the ones that are like the pre-made ones you can get from the deli. So my chicken bowls consist of chicken strips, like the Tyson chicken strips. Love them. They're my favorite. Or they have like a shredded chicken that you can get too, which I also like. Those potatoes, corn. Sometimes I'll put like peas and carrots in there, like the frozen mixed veggies. I kind of just put whatever's in my freezer, honestly. I'll put whatever chicken I happen to have on hand, whatever veggies are in my freezer, those stupid mashed potatoes, and a lot of times I'll make gravy. I'll just take a packet of gravy and make it. I understand this is like hillbilly central over here, but that was my life. I was raised as white trash, and some of those have held over even to now. Thank you, Mom, for giving me the intellect of somebody who lives in the extreme ghetto in Texas as a child who learned how to eat out of dumpsters. Um, but so that's my current obsession is the chicken bowls. We did burritos, chicken bowls. I went to Wingstop. That stuff's too expensive. It's not that good. The I rather go and get the crispy chicken strips from Tyson for like if I the boneless wings. The normal wings are great. The boneless wings, no, gross. We did ramen. We did wraps. We made pizza, and then the best one we did was the honey mustard chicken. Elise found it on TikTok or something, and I think it was TikTok. It was Instagram. I don't remember. But we made that on Sunday. It was so good. It is just chicken strips dipped in, like a honey mustard sauce and then covered in pretzels and then fried. Caleb fried them. He's the vegetarian of the house, but he's the only one that can cook meat. I would have killed us because I would have undercooked these things. But I don't think I have it actually on my plans for that day. I think we just have the movie we watched, but it was still really good. All right, so Monday. Now that I'm actually writing those things out, I will start going over the plans. So Monday, I had a flex shift from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. It was 3 hours. I got it for 125, which is what I wish they would go back up to because I don't want $75 when I can have 125. We also had McDonald's breakfast. We do that about once a week. We'll have a McDonald's breakfast. I had one last week and it grossed me out, so I haven't had one this week. So it's been like a week and a half since I've had a McDonald's breakfast. But we had our weekly McDonald's breakfast, and then I got this wild hair at my butt to like organize all my stickers. So I organized a ton of them, and now they're a mess again. Because because it's been a month and I don't know how to keep things up. So I'll have to go back through and redo them again soon. We also had to go to the hospital to get prescriptions refilled because, oh, that reminds me, Walgreens just called and said to come get my stuff. I'm on medication I have a bad thyroid, and then I have to take hormone replacement because I no longer have a uterus. Yay to endometriosis. That's so bad. They have to take all of your internal organs. And then my kids are on, and my son, my husband's got like anxiety pills, and my kids do too. So we have prescriptions that we get on a regular basis. So I had to go get mine. And then we went to the gym to work out. We did 5 minutes on the elliptical, which tells me that Elise was with me because normally I do at least 10. And then we did an upper body workout for 25 minutes. And then I had to go buy kitty cat food because the cats go through food at a faster rate than the dog does, which makes sense because there's 3 cats and 1 dog. But this time it was kitty cat food that we had to go get. I feel like I'm talking too fast, and I'm looking at the screen, and we're only on Tuesday, so I need to slow down. All right, so Tuesday we had another 6 to 9, but this was 6 to 9 p.m. instead of a.m. On all of the little work sticker things, I put p.m. if it was a night shift, and I left it alone if it was an a.m. shift. It was another 3-hour shift. It was another $120. Right now, all we have is a 6:15 a.m. tomorrow for 78. Not happy about that. Elise decided that she wants to go back to college, or wants to go back to school. She wants to go to college for the first time. She graduated in 2022, so she took a year off. And going back to school meant that she needed to do things like take her placement test. So we did that on that Tuesday, and then we got some gas and got some groceries. I know I've got grocery stickers around somewhere, but I have not been able to find them lately. So I've just wrote in groceries because I don't know where they are. This is the situation where I would have put a full box up top. So they would have had like 4 corners of full boxes. I think it would have looked really pretty. But I put down the work stuff too soon before I actually looked at my planner to figure out how much time I needed. Because I very easily could have just not put Elise's placement on such a big sticker. Or I could have left off the gas or something little to make it small enough so I could have fit it in the middle section. Instead, I ended up putting down a bunch of washi and a couple more of those little shiny butterflies. I think it's pretty. I like it. But it definitely was not big enough to qualify for not having the one down. Does that make sense? Does it make sense in my head? It doesn't mean it makes sense out loud. Let's see. So we moved on to Wednesday. I did use the little 3 checklist box thing for my workout on Wednesday. I did it for the days that I had 3 things going on. So if I had elliptical, weight training, and a walk, I used one of those. If I just had like weights and a walk, or elliptical and weights, I used the bigger boxes because I didn't have enough of the 3 boxes to do all of them that way. So it made sense in my head when I was doing it. I hope it makes sense and translates onto the screen. But honestly, I like how it came out. Excuse my hiccups. I have had an issue with them lately. So yeah, I'm over here right now trying to figure out what size washi that I put down that was going to fit the little workout label I wanted to put on without taking up too much space. So I ended up just going for the smallest little washi that I could. I have plenty of workout stickers. I just finished up my last batch, so I'm just looking through to find out what I have. And I bought some Black Friday or something. Whatever that last big sale was that I bought a bunch of stickers from, besides the ones that I just bought like last week. So I had a 10-minute elliptical, which means I had no Elise. I had 25 minutes on weights and then a 1.25 miles with my puppy, who is the laziest puppy in the entire world. Boy loves his walks, but only about a mile. Once you get into like the 2 mile range, he starts to get pooped out. You get into anything more than 2 miles, and he will look at you like you just maimed his best friend because he does not like going on long walks. We went to the Strawberry Festival last weekend and we were out there for a couple of hours. He had on his cute little shoes so he wouldn't burn his paws and was getting lots of compliments. We stopped and got water and he got snacks. And the boy tried to lay down in every patch of shade that he found. And I'm just like, you were the laziest dog in the entire world. We tried taking him running once. He made it down the block and then laid down and refused to move. We know he's part husky. And so we know he likes to run. And I have watched this boy roar through the backyard with his friends. He will run so hard when he's playing. But if you want him to just run, no, it's not going to happen. He's a lazy dog, which honestly works out well for us because we're lazy humans. All right, the next part in is we had some doctor's appointments that we needed to make. So we had Elise and Caleb went to back-to-back doctor's appointments. And while we were at the hospital, because Navy hospitals are amazing, we were trying to get therapists. If you don't know much about my background, I come from a very bad abusive relationship with my mother and my stepfather. My mom is probably a narcissist. I honestly don't know what's wrong with her. My daughter swears that she's a narcissist. I know she's got something, but I don't know what that something is. I'm fairly certain that I have ADHD, and at least 2 of my children have ADHD, confirmed by doctors that they have it. And I act just like them. So we're thinking there's a fairly good chance that I have it as well. And I was joking that they should talk to their doctors to see if they can get me tested too. And Caleb said he would, but he forgot. So I'm not getting tested anytime soon. But that's what they were going for, is they were trying to get some new therapists because we need therapy in our lives because I'll be honest, I am partly responsible for screwing up my children because that's how I was raised. And there's only so much you can do when it comes to fighting against the people that raised you and how you were taught. My goal in life was to go into being everything my mother was not. And I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I'm in therapy too. While we were there, I was going to make an appointment to talk to my doctor so I could get a referral to the therapist, and the in-house therapist wanted to talk to me. And so we ended up talking for like 2.5 hours. So I inadvertently had my first therapy session on that Wednesday. My kids were able to go to their doctor's appointments, get their meds, and still had time to wait for me before I came out. Whoops. I've been several times since then, but he moved, so I need to find another therapist now. Boo. After therapy, we went did some spending. We went to Costco, spent way too much money at Costco. I always spend too much money at Costco. Going with my children, not a good idea. I spent an exorbitant amount more than I normally do. We also went to the Asian market because we love all the food that we used to eat in Guam. And a lot of these Asian markets will have the food that we like because it's like a Asian fusion type of thing going on. You get some Japanese, you get some, native Chamorro, you get some Filipino, and all these little things. We have a hard time finding good markets for it. Of course, the markets in Guam were amazing. The ones in California were okay, and the ones here kind of suck. But we're still trying to figure it out. So we went to the Asian market, and then we stopped at Walmart because it was my daughter's birthday month, and she was spoiled. And we went and got her a hammock stand and a new hammock because our hammock was from Mexico, and it's been sitting in a bag for too long, and now it's just kind of falling apart. So she got a hammock stand and a new hammock and a beanbag chair, and this child is spoiled. But that was our Wednesday. A lot of running around. Still a good day, though. It was one of those productive good days. On Thursday, we didn't have much going on, so I was able to put down an extra full box, which is what I wanted to do on Tuesday, but whatever, I digress. Caleb went and did his finals, which took him a little while. He also got together with some of his classmates and they had like a breakfast thing after his finals. So while he was doing that, I went and got boba. And then I came home and Elise kept talking about shiny happy people. Shiny happy people. I wanted to know what shiny happy people was. So I watched 3 episodes and realized that not only was I in a cult when I was a young mother, the church that we went to when we lived in Virginia was a cult that I didn't realize at the time. But I was looking up to these people who treat their children like crap. And it was very disturbing. So if you have young children and are easily disturbed by abuse, don't watch Shiny Happy People right now. All right, so I have moved on to Friday. I need to catch up a little bit. Back to talking too fast again, I'm sure. Friday, we had a 5:30 to 10 o'clock shift. It was a 4.5 hour. It was a night shift. And I got paid $193 for it, which is almost the highest I've ever gotten. The highest I've ever gotten was last week. I got $225 for a 4.5 hour shift. It was amazing. And now I can't get over $75. Things feast or famine, I swear. I also worked out. We did 5 minutes on the elliptical and 45 minutes of weights. Fridays are normally leg days, so I don't know what was going on. I think this was the time that we were taking that switch from push-pull legs to 4 days a week, because I think I have 4 workouts on here. I have 4 workouts on here. So this is when we made the shift from 3 days a week to 4 days a week. It's still at 4 days a week, but the last 2 weekends we have missed a workout or 2 because we've been busy. Saturdays have been busy the last 2 weeks, which is a good thing. Caleb had another doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock on Friday, so I took him to that. And I finished another book. I finished The Foxglove King. Books are the same way with me. I'll finish 5 in 1 week and then nothing for the next 2. So the only book that I finished this week was The Foxglove King. Good book. I read it right after I read Fourth Wing, though, and it does not stand up to Fourth Wing, so I would like to reread it again later, away from Fourth Wing, so I'm not comparing them, because they're nothing alike. And I feel like I did a massive disservice to Foxglove King for reading it right after I read The Fourth Wing. I think I should have read something completely different. Nothing fantasy, nothing romance. I probably should have read like a historical fiction or a horror afterwards, so that way I wasn't accidentally comparing them. Foxglove King was a really good book. It was amazing. It could have potentially been a 5-star, but it wasn't a 5-star to me because it just didn't hold a candle to Fourth Wing, and that's just not fair. So now I know if I have a supremely good book, the next one has to be in a completely different genre. And I've got plenty of horror, thriller books to read. I've got cozy mysteries. I have historical fictions. I could have found something else. Again, I didn't have quite enough to fill up my Friday. But honestly, if I worked out in the morning and then I had a super long shift at night, there literally was nothing else for me to do that day, because my workout takes about an hour and a half between getting ready and getting cleaned up afterwards and actually working out. And then the actual shifts, a 5:30 shift on a Friday evening, I had to have left the house like 45 minutes before that. So honestly, there probably wasn't a lot of time for me to do much. So between Caleb's doctor's appointment and everything else I was doing, I probably was go, go, go the entire day, and just doesn't have a lot to show for it. On Saturday, I had a day with Caleb. We have a couple of areas that have library book sales and farmers markets. The library book sales are normally once a month to once a quarter, and the farmers markets are weekly. So me and Caleb went all the way out to Port Townsend, which is like an hour away. Library book sale, terrible. It was like nothing there. But the farmers market was amazing. There was so much to do there. And I actually have it in one of my vlogs if you're interested in looking at it. Polsbo, exact opposite. Huge library book sale. Lots of books, lots of people, really, really good library book sale. terrible farmer's market. So overall, it was a lot of fun. I got a couple of books at both places. We got a couple of things at both places. We ended up buying way too much in Port Townsend, and then we only got ice cream when we were in Paulsville. But overall, it was a really, really fun time. We got lots of groceries. We came home and we made bread. And then we went and watched Elemental, the new Disney Pixar movie. I think it's Pixar. Isn't it Pixar? Anyways, the Elemental, the one about the fire and the water, it was really, really cute. I really enjoyed it. Oh, look, I'm almost done. I need to hurry up. Okay, so Friday I worked another morning shift, 6:15 to 9:15, 3 hours, made $114. And then I worked out again, 5 minutes on the elliptical, 30 minutes of weights, and then a 20-minute walk, which means that we did just at 1 mile. I don't know if I was being lazy or if the puppy was, but there's a very good possibility it was both of us. Then we went and got some groceries to make that really good honey mustard chicken that I told you about. It was outstanding. And after that, we watched The Art of Racing while we ate. And it was a wonderful, wonderful day. It was Father's Day. Husband wasn't here, but I sent him loves and pictures of the things that we got for him. Overall, I think that it was a very stellar week. There was lots of fun to be had. There was lots of activities. I tried to vlog through the whole thing. As you probably know, my vlogging is not great, but I think it all worked out really well. So I am coming to the end here and I'm going to pass it over to myself. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that is it for the actual plans. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I said something interesting or funny because I don't know what I'm gonna say yet. So we have our sidebar all done, as well as the rest of our plans. There is some full boxes left, and I probably could have put some in some of these places like here. I could have condensed it, but I didn't want to have 3 in a row, so I just didn't. I, of course, have already gone over all the plans. Let me show you what's left. We have all of the little deco stickers, which I never know what to do with those ones. What do you do with those? We have a couple of butterflies left on here. I used most of them, but we do have a few left. We also have these butterflies, which I might just add to the actual decor. This page is virtually untouched. We only have one left here. This page is done. I'm gonna throw that one away. This one's got some nice deco on it. This one again is mostly done. I mean, yes, I only used a couple of stickers, but those are the only ones I usually use anyways. I actually used one off of this sheet, and I cut it up for one of these pictures. I've got those all left. I've got a couple here, and then I've got the rest of the fashion girls and one more of the the planner boxes. I thought this one turned out really cute. I hope you guys liked it also, and I will see you again for the next one. Bye.